Okay, well done. You have created this frame. Okay, so now let's create the weights. Okay, that will hold onto that we will put it onto the frame so that it will be balanced. So first, okay, we are going to use a box for the weights. So the weights will be 20 millimeter by 20 by 20. Okay, in both height, length, and width. Okay, so the weight of it, we will have a cut hole at the center, okay, that you can see over here, okay, that you can see over here. So basically, the cut hole, okay, the cutout space for this weights, okay, we will use the same thing, okay, which is the cylinder and the sphere, okay. The whole height of this object will be 13.5 millimeter, okay, and it will be placed in at the center of the whole box, okay, in x and y axis, okay, and the length of this shape, okay, the length of it will be 8.5 millimeter and the width of it will be 6.5, okay, and the placement will be actually in x, it will be at the basically at the center, y also it will basically at the center of the box, and for the z we will going to place it at the top of it, okay, this point, okay. So we are going to use the align tool for this. So now we already know the measurement. Let's start to create this shape in Tinkercad. So right now we have our frame. Let's create the weights for this self-balancing sculpture. Okay, so the weights you can create it for any shape that you want, but for me I will just go for a box, okay, for now. So first I grab a box, put inside the screen, okay. So as default, Tinkercad set the box for 20 millimeter in 3 sides, which is the x, y, and z, or the width, length, and height, okay. So I'm not going to change the size of this box already. So I have one and I need one more. So you click on it and drag it to your screen. So right now we have 2 boxes. Now let's make the cutout space inside the box so that our box will hold onto the frame, okay. So to make the cutout space, since we want a shape that is able to put it inside here, okay, for this one, so we are going to use the same thing, a cylinder and a sphere, okay. So click on a cylinder, grab it out, and a sphere, okay. So let me just move this box to a side and these two to the center. Zoom in. Okay, so right now, same thing, make the sides and segments to maximum so that we will have a smooth surface, and for the sphere also. Okay, so right now we want to make the x, y, and we need to set the length, width, and height. Okay, so the length will be 7 millimeter, width will be 5, and the height will be 7 also. Same thing for this one. Again, length will be 7, width will be 5. Oh, I move my screen a bit here, zoom in a bit so that you can see. Okay, one more time. Length 7, width 5, and the height. Okay, the height we will just remain it 20 first for now. Okay, so what I need to do now is, actually, when we 3D print our object, sometimes the 3D printer won't get the most accurate measurement, okay? So we are going to increase this cutout space by around 1 millimeter, okay? So let's increase the length of it. So if I move up, let's increase it by 1 millimeter, which is 8. Okay, and the y, okay, the width of it, we are going to increase it by 1 also, which is 6. Okay, same thing for this cylinder. So let me move this cylinder a bit closer. Okay, let's increase this to 8. Okay, and this one to 6. Okay, now I have this both shape. So what I need to do now is I need to, so over here we know that this height, okay, we are not going to change the height of the sphere, okay. So the height will remain at 7, okay. And the total cutout space, okay, we are going to cut out the half of my square, okay. So this height of this cylinder, I'm going to change it to half of it, okay. So if 20, we will just change it to 10. A bit too small, but let's see. Okay, so first align these two, okay, together, and then I'm going to make the cylinder move upwards, okay, by 3.5. So let's move this, click on this little triangle over here, this one, okay, click on it and move it upwards by 3.5 millimeters, okay. So you move upward, it will give you 3 actually, because of the snap grid. So click, let me do one more time, zoom, sorry, zoom up. Okay, so click on this triangle and move it up by 3.5. Okay, over here you will get a reading, okay, which means 3 millimeter upwards from the ground. Okay, so let's change this to 3.5. Okay, good. So right now, let's try to group both of them together. Okay, and then we are going to align it with our square. So let's try with the first square first. Okay, so click on the square, hold shift, click on your cutout space that you want. Let's make this to a hole. Okay, one more time, click on your square, click on the shape, okay, the hole, and then align both together. Okay, so for X or horizontal part, okay, go center, Y also go center, but for the Z, okay, we are going to the top one. Okay, so how can I see where is my cutout space? Let's make this box to transparent. Click on the solid and click on transparent. You will see there's a shape inside there. Okay, seems perfect for me, the cutout space. Okay, so now let's try to connect both together. Okay, but before you connecting both together, let's duplicate it one more time for the hole. So try to click on the hole. No, move the box away, click on the hole, Control D to duplicate, move the duplicated one aside. Now let me click on my box, click on my hole, align both together again and again. Okay, cool. So now I make this transparent to false, highlight this box and hole, group it, and you will get an empty hole inside. Okay, so the first box is done. Let's do the second one. So let me move this box here. Same thing, click on the box and hold shift, click on your hole, align both together in X, Y, and Z will be going to the top. Okay, so highlight both together and group it, and we have the second weight. Okay, and that's all. So that's basically all about adding the weights and creating the frame of this self-balancing sculpture. If you want to do something challenging, like such as putting a different type of weights with different shape, you can try it using the shapes that you can find over here. So like if let's say I want to put a heart, okay, so I can do a heart. Okay, I need the hole just now, so let me ungroup this one, move this away, duplicate the hole one more time. Okay, so let me align these two and align, group these two. Okay, move this aside, move this aside. So let's say I want to add a heart shape. Okay, so what I can do is, first let me rotate this shape.
like this. Okay, so click on this rotation, rotate it 90 degree and move it up to the work plane. Okay, now align these two together and then go top. Okay, so and then you can group these two shapes together, and then you will have the width with a different shape. Make sure that your shape must be the same so that your self-balancing sculpture can have the same width at both sides. Okay, so if you want to print it, you can ask for the trainer's help, or you can send it to the 3D printing shop to print. Or if you have a 3D printer, you can try to print it yourself too. And that's all about the self-balancing sculpture. See you guys in the next video. Bye!